From Working Conversations in Minneapolis, I'm Dr. Janel Anderson, and this is another edition of Working Minute, helping you communicate better and get more done at the office in just about a minute. I've reverse engineered just about everything in my entire life. When I find something that works for me, I like to figure out why it works, break it down into discrete steps so that it's repeatable. Well, I've done that same thing with difficult conversations. How to have a difficult conversation. So today, I'm going to very briefly reverse engineer for you how to have a difficult conversation. Now, of course, in reverse engineering, we're going to start from the end and work our way back to the beginning. In a difficult conversation, the very last thing you want to have happen is you want to reach some sort of agreement. So we're going to start with reaching agreement as the place that we're headed. So reach agreement is the last thing you want to do in a difficult conversation. But before you can do that, you need to hear all sides to the story. Now, of course, you know your side of the story, and you probably know that the other person has a side to the story too. But I'm going to suggest that there are even more sides to the story than that. But before you hear all sides to the story, you need to be able to ask good questions and listen. And before you ask good questions and listen, you actually need to get that conversation started. So in a difficult conversation, we want to open that conversation without defensiveness. Because if the other person gets defensive, or if we get defensive, the conversation isn't going to lead to agreement. And before we open that conversation without defensiveness, we need to prepare for the conversation so that we go into that conversation with our very best mental game, ready to work our way through the conversation and reach agreement at the end. And that is how you reverse engineer having a difficult conversation.